Distinguished panelists, distinguished participants, it's a welcome opportunity to speak to you on a Passport Seva project, which the Ministry of External Affairs has recently rolled out successfully. In the morning, a secretary from Department of IT was speaking of outcome, outcome, and outcome. This is one project which will satisfy most of you that we have been able to achieve those intended transactions and we have been able to achieve the intended outcome. This is a success story, and recently, in fact, early this month, we were awarded with the CSI Nihilent Award for Excellence for being the best e-governance initiative undertaken by the Government of India in 2011 and 12. Well, this is one of the mission mode projects undertaken by the government under the National E-Governance Plan. There are 27 of them, but this has become one of the most visible project. Its coverage is universal and it's truly a global project. Any Indian, anywhere in the world, has to get passport through this system. Well, this project was conceived sometime in 2006-2007 on the basis of a study undertaken by NISG, National Institute of Smart Government, and the Secretary IT used to be then CEO of that company. In 2007, we obtained cabinet approval for creating 77 Passport Seva Kendras under PPP mode. The project is being undertaken with Tata Consultancy Services. The vision is very loud and clear. We want to give hassle-free passport services to our citizens in an environment which is comfortable and the processes which are transparent. Why Passport Seva? We frequently hear about complaints relating to delays, non-receipt of police verifications, grievances not being handled properly. All these reasons led to conceptualization of this project. Last year, in 2011, we issued more than 73.65 lakh passports. This year, we are expecting this figure to be in the region of 8 million. With the 37 given passport offices, this was not possible for the government to give satisfactory service. There was limited scalability, there's staff shortage. We also wanted to create a platform for issuing e-passport, which will contain biometric details in due course. Well, ICT enablement has improved overall governance in passport offices. The stakeholder, the first stakeholder is the Aam Aadmi citizen. He has been provided with better access points. So 37 passport offices now are supplemented with 77 Passport Seva Kendras. For instance, in this state, we used to have one passport office in Jaipur. Now the Jaipur Passport Office is supplemented by 3 more PSKs, one in Jaipur, one in Jodhpur, and the third one is Sikar. So the access points have gone up. We are following appointment-based service. There are multiple channels for providing latest information through National Call Center, through online. The citizens can have a real-time status tracking and inquiry facility through the call center. This call center operates 24/7 in 17 Indian languages. We have an effective grievance redressal mechanism, and the whole process has brought in a lot of transparency and accountability in the system. In fact, the government officials take decision on a particular passport application form in the presence of citizen. So citizen has been empowered. He can ask question why his date of birth certificate is treated as doubtful, or why a particular document a government official is suspecting to be fake and or not up to the mark. This was not happening earlier. For the government staff, processes have been re-engineered. There's a lot of streamlining of processes. Under PPP mode, some of the front-end activities has been delegated to the service partner, and the MEA, the ministry, is concentrating only on core activities, such as sovereign and important government decisions. The embassies have been integrated. The management system has now better MIS reporting system. We can monitor day-to-day functioning of the passport offices. The police department has been integrated. Now the police verification form is transmitted to either state headquarters or the district level electronically. Similarly, police reports are generated and received by us electronically. In Karnataka, we are undertaking a pilot project where the police verification form will go electronically to the Thana level. Depending on the success of Karnataka experience, we would like to replicate that experience in other states. Similarly, the postal department has been integrated with the system. The moment passport is dispatched, the citizen receives a SMS alert about the passport number and the date of delivery, so that citizen could be in the city or around to receive the passport. Now, when the citizen visits a Passport Seva Kendra, there are self-service kiosks. He can take help of these kiosks in form filling or status check. There is electronic queue management system, and we have a single point of enrollment where the file, the application form is digitized, the photograph of the applicant is taken, biometrics are captured, and the documents are scanned, as well as the fee collection is obtained. As I mentioned, this has brought in effective grievance redressal system through a call center. The management has been provided with business analytics reports. The police departments, the Director Generals of Police or IGPs who are responsible for passport work in the states, they have access to a daily dashboard. They can monitor the dependency of police report in their state. Well, in terms of project execution, we have, I think we have set a national benchmark. The first pilot was set up only in May 2010, and after due certification in January 2011, we started rolling out in June 2011. In 1 year time, we have created 70 offices. I take pride in this fact that in no other project has been unveiled and rolled out in our country in such a short time. It's a part of the same 27 mission mode projects mandated by the Government of India, but in terms of project execution and timely delivery of the project itself, we have created a national standard. Well, in terms of digital inclusion, the staff which has been recruited by the service provider, they belong to generally the same area, they speak the same language. The whole idea of creating a call center with 17 languages is also intended to provide a sense of inclusiveness. Our portal is available in English as well as Hindi, and all PSKs follow international norms for special facilities for senior citizens. We have a child care room. No other government department can boast of a special feeding room for mother. We have facilities for physically challenged applicants. This is a look of Passport Seva Kendra in Kolkata. I will skip this. These are some of the feedbacks by eminent citizens of our country who represent politics. There is a comment from Member of Parliament. There is comment from Som Mittal, President NASSCOM. There is somebody from NDTV, Maya Sharma, who commented very positively about the project. In terms of future roadmap, we are going to work further on police verification process. As some of the speakers have spoken about CCTNS, I think our future is also tied up with that. In 5 years' time, when CCTNS will be completely unveiled in the country, getting a passport will become even more easier, because getting the police verification report from the police side will be a lot easier. We are working with other government departments to integrate our project so that one project can speak to others. We are talking to Aadhaar people. Very shortly, Aadhaar card will be accepted as a proof of residence and identity. We are also talking to them about authentication of Aadhaar number. We, in some states, particularly northeastern states where the Passport Seva Kendra could not be opened in PPP mode, the government is committed to open what we call Laghu Kendras. So maybe in 1 year time or 2 years time, we'll have some outfit in all states and union territories of the country. I think I'll stop here. Thank you.